Jolan Troon, welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy and welcome to another episode of our little A to Z officer series. But before I talk about our next common officer, I just want to say if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet, but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Origin Saru. There's Saru from Discovery in this game anyway, but there's also Origins Saru, and he is indeed a common officer. He is from class Science, which means you need science badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Discovery, which means if he's captain, he can get synergy from others of that group if they are on the bridge with him, or he can give another captain of that group synergy if he's on the bridge. And he's from the faction Federation, which means you need Federation credits to upgrade him later. And in this case, once again, there's a little bit of a longer text here. As usual, there's a text about the character we're talking about in the info box. And especially if you haven't seen Discovery yet, then you might want to read the text to get to know who Saru is. But as I already mentioned, he does have a captain maneuver, and that's Vigilant. And that means Origin Saru increases the defense of all the officers on the ship by 10%. So he's more of a defensive officer, but if you've seen Discovery, you know why Scopely decided that. Not always is what we find with officers and ships and everything else too logic and too close to the series, but in this case it really fits to Saru and his character from the series, and especially the name and the function of his officer ability, which is Prey Instinct. Origin Saru increases the hull health of the ship by 15%. So both of his abilities are more defensive, more sustaining your ship. He's a common officer, which makes it very likely that you have him early in the game. We talk about how to get him later. So in your early stages after getting the Discovery, you will very soon have Saru, and then you can use him. And at this point in the game, you probably will not have all the officers, especially not the prime ones. And in this case, he might be a good choice if you are hunting hostiles and wanna stay alive longer, especially because of the slow warp drives at those levels and the long traveling times, etc. So in this case, he might be a good choice. It always depends on which officers you have, how lucky you were with the officer pulls and everything. But there are, especially in the beginning, a lot of alternatives what you use. If you don't have this, you can use that. And Saru is one of those, the Origin Saru is one of those, well, if you don't have the others, you can use him. And so he could be helpful if you want to survive longer. He has the typical common officer disadvantage because as a common officer, he doesn't have any away team assignment traits. And that means for quite some time now, he's just sitting in my academy doing nothing because I have no use for Origin Saru anymore. I can't even send him out to away teams because there I send people with trades to get the bonuses. And so I'm not using him for ages. But maybe he is still how is that in English? He is still at some use for you. Sometimes it's making hard as a non-native speaker to find all the correct formulations here. Grammar and pronunciations is always the same thing, no matter how long you try. But nevertheless, you still want to know, I guess, how to get Saru. And in this case, we only have one place to go to. And that's why I said soon after you got the Discovery, because you will have to go to the Discovery Recruit Special. You can do it without the Discovery to earn those recruit tokens as well, but with the Discovery it gets quite easy. And here, Origin Saru is in here. He's one of just 2 uncommon officers. And the uncommon officers have a chance of, the common officers have a chance of 34% to get them. and they are just Origin Stamets and Origin Saru that are the common officers. So the probability to have them early, because they also do not need so many shards to unlock, is quite high. But unfortunately, that's the only source for them. And that brings me to that. Now we have Crucible while I'm filming this, and from my view of filming this, tomorrow we will have Incursion, and that means with Incursion I can finish my officer source shards, and that means that I will have finished them over the weekend, and next week I will make a video on this and publish them on my Discord. So you get a complete overview from me with the officer sourcing. So I put a lot of work in something else again after the mission planet charts. But if you want to let us know how you use Origin Saru, if you did, please write it in the comments. And if you are using him right now, especially, if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read your comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.